Hey Tarot friends, just a quick video here I thought I would show my setup actually for having certain decks out to work with for the season. I tend to rotate them out every 2 or 3 months, or as whenever the urge hits to move things around. So I've swapped a whole bunch of decks out, ones that I had worked with over the summer and moving into the fall. So I actually reorganized as well, because I've sort of paired up tarot decks with the oracles that I'm thinking that I want to pair up with them. So I thought I would do a quick video here just to show. So for example, you'll see here in the front, this is the Triunfo de la Luna by Patrick Valenza. And I also have my Mahat Tarot. Comes with that, and it comes with a bunch of little cards. But anyway, there's my copy of the Mahat, and with those two decks, I'm going to be using the Fallen Angel Tarot for this fall season. Moving across, I have a few decks. I have my Tarot de la Nuit to have a walkthrough of. I have my Beautiful Creatures Tarot. I have the Spiral Tarot, which is my trimmed copy here, which I haven't used in a little bit, so I pulled it out because I want to make sure that I do use it. And my Vanessa Tarot. Oops, upside down. Which is a very cute little deck. Anyway, so those ones, with those 4 decks, I'm planning on using the Alice the Wonderland Oracle. Just because, well, I just felt that it went well with those ones. Okay, moving across, I have my Raven's Prophecy Tarot. I want to use, again, it's my trimmed copy, my Everyday Witch. Whoops, I'll pick that up in a sec. So I don't make everybody sick. And with those, with those, I'm going to be using my Moonology Tarot, Oracle, sorry. I hope I'm not shaking here. All right, then I have, moving along, my Anna K Tarot, my trimmed version. My Spirit of Halloween Tarot, which I got last year. Just for fun. And with that, I'm going to use Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. All right. So that's just the first shelf. Moving to the back. What have we got back here? So we have the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. I've been working on studying the cards, learning from the cards, you know, not just the book meetings, but what I actually see in the cards. And I'm really looking forward to using this a little bit more. With that, I am going to use the Vintage Wisdom Tarot. It has that same sort of photographic photo imagery, so I thought that would go well. What else do we have here? We have the Shadowlands Tarot and my Pagan Otherworlds. And with those ones, I'm going to be using I think this one's the Quantum Oracle, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Moving on, we have the Wild Unknown Tarot, of course. My Mary L Tarot. And with those, I'm going to use my combined deck, 2 oracle decks that I combined. One is the Oracle Oracle of the Shapeshifters, and the other one is the Oracle of the Vampires, both by Lucy Cavendish, I want to say. And I think I'm going to actually reback these so that they have just one consistent back. All right, another of my much loved decks is this Dark Mansion. Along with that, and the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot, I'm going to use the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, which I absolutely love. Now someone was telling me that there's at least one problematic card in there, which I haven't done any research on that yet, so I definitely need to do that. All right, then I have the Celtic Oracle. And I have, ooh, this one's a tight fit, my Italian version of the Aquarian. This is a tight fit in here. I'm gonna have to fix that after. And the New Orleans Tarot. So this one I pulled it out. I haven't worked with it yet. I am studying the book, and I want to make sure that I brought it out because I want to make sure that I do use it. This one here, the Aquarian, I have been using for sort of ancestral work. All right, moving across, I have my Minchiate Trurio, of course, and I don't, with my ancient, like older Italian decks and the Tarot de Marseille, I don't tend to use oracles, so you won't see those. But I have that. I have the Tarot Classic, upside down. I have I think this was the Spanish Tarot. Yeah. And my Tarot of the Master, which is the Vachetta deck. And this one is my Milanese Tarot by Mezzanghini. I haven't used that one. That's a pretty new purchase. So I have it out, of course. All right, moving on back here. We've looked at all these. Back to Halloween season. I have my Zombie Tarot. I love this deck so much. The makers of this deck are the same as the makers of the Housewives Tarot, and you know, I bought it because I thought it was going to be just kitschy and just kind of fun, and it is very fun, but it is also very, very, very well thought out. So it really is a great tarot deck in my opinion. I have the Tarot of Musterberg, just backwards, by Curio and Company. Kind of a TDM style, but the pips are definitely in a different arrangement. And then I have my Lenormand decks, my Sibylla, Madame Endura's Fortune. Okay, and then we move to the back, and I've skipped some on the other side. It's okay. So I have my Universal Goddess Tarot, which I rebacked, along with my Divine Feminine Oracle, so those ones, and the Mythical Goddesses Tarot. So I use these for my weekly readings. Shoved in here is another fall-winter deck, which is the Game of Thrones Tarot, of course. Okay. So I think we skipped a shelf here. So I have my Druidcraft and my Wildwood. Yep. And with those, I'm going to be using the this is the Animal Oracle that goes with the Druidcraft. I can't remember what it's called right now. I'm just blanking on the name. I have the Mythic tarot. This is the newer version, not the older one. With that, I'm going to be using, and actually with all of these, I'm going to be using the Enchanted Map Oracle. All right. Next shelf. These are the soul cards. These are soul cards 1 and 2. So you'll see the 2 different backings. I don't think I'm going to reback those. I don't really feel like it. I think they still look cohesive enough, even in the 2 colors. But so that is the Oracle deck that I'm going to be using with these next set of cards. The first one being the Mystical Manga Tarot, which is my modified version. I cut the borders off and edged it. My fairly new deck, which I absolutely love, which is the Tarot of the Divine. Still learning about all those. I still need to get the book. My Santa Muerte Tarot, which I also really love. And I know that it's a little bit problematic, and I understand that, and I recognize that, and I think there's a way that I can still work with it, even in light of that. And my Hoodoo Tarot. So this one, again, I haven't worked with yet, other than looking through the photos, looking through the images, sorry, and looking through the images and seeing what I see. I really want to study the book before I do that, so I have this out to remind me that I need to spend time doing that. Okay, and that's it. Then we get to the next one. I pull this out because I've not used this in a year, and I don't really know whether I want to. So I brought it out. This is the Osho Zen Tarot, which is, I think, more of an oracle. But yeah, I have some issues with this deck, so I don't know that it's actually going to get used. But I figured that if I don't use it this fall, then I'll probably let it go. Behind that, we have the Deviant Moon, of course, and with those, I'm going to be using the Magic of You, which is a beautiful, beautiful oracle deck. All right, we have the Tarot of Vampires by Ian Daniels, which is a gorgeous deck, and this is the Psychic Tarot, which is more of an oracle. And with those, I'm going to be using the Cup of Contemplation cards by Julie over at Peekaboo Rose. All right. What else do we have here? This one we talked about here. This is the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore. I'm not sure who the illustrator is, sorry. And with that, I'm going to be using the... I have the Star Seed Oracle and the Light Keeper's Oracle, I think it's called. I put those together as one deck again, and I'll be using that with more than just these. I just added that here because at the very least I want to use it with that one deck and with the Game of Thrones deck as well. Back here is just the Majors Only Tarot deck, which is by Reader's Digest, believe it or not. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful imagery. And the way that I'm learning right now, or the one method that I'm learning, concentrating on right now, is to do a reading with the Majors Only. So that one's been quite fun to use. So that is my table. By the way, if you're curious about this, what this is, so this is just sitting on a TV tray, and what this actually is a cutlery drawer from IKEA. So it used to be my cutlery drawer, and you can see that it is expandable, so it fits in your drawer. And yeah, so it's expandable, so I've expanded it to the full amount, and I have a fair amount of play in here right now, but I thought this was, I was changing my cutlery drawers, so I decided to use it for my tarot and oracles. like I said, it's quite fun. It's just sitting on a TV tray right now. And I've loved it because it's letting me pull out specific decks that I want to work with. I do have a lot of decks out here. Yes, it is true, but I'm not a person who can just take one deck, one or two decks, and use them for an entire week or an entire month. That's just not me. I like variety, and different decks call to me for different things. So this allows me to keep rotating, keep playing, keep learning from all of them. And when I'm done, when I feel like I'm done with a particular deck or bunch of decks, then I will swap them out. I'll put them away in their pouches or boxes, whatever the case may be, and then swap them out with others. But having them here in sight really, and right next to my desk, really helps me to go through them and play with them and remember what I like about each one and what I learned from each one. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. This was just a quick, fun little video, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think, whether you think this is just crazy that I'm using this, but yeah, it works for me. So I'd love to see what you guys use for your tarot deck storage and how you keep things sort of top of mind, or decks top of mind. I'd love to hear that. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you know when my other videos come out. But until the next time, my friends.